Hey, what's up, my peeps? All right. So now let's run down the Super Bowl prediction because today is Super Bowl Sunday. You know, this only happens once a year. It's the big game. It's for all the marbles in the world, okay? And there's a lot at stake. So obviously today is Sunday, February 9th, and the Super Bowl this year is going to be played in New Orleans at the Superdome. I believe that stadium, it's an older stadium, but I believe it holds like 80,000 fans, so it's going to make the NFL and the owners of that stadium a lot of buka money. Anyway, in case you got dementia or you don't know, we got the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Philadelphia Eagles. This is kind of a rematch of a few years ago, if I'm correct. And, there's a lot at stake. Anyway, we got the Kansas City Chiefs returning for 3 in a row. This is 3 Super Bowls in a row. If they're able to win today, they're going to complete a feat that has not been done yet, and that's a three-peat in football. So, a lot at stake for them. Are they going to do it? Well, let's do the rundown here. You got Patrick Mahomes. He's never really like that super dominating, like they got the lead and that's it and you ain't got no chance, okay? He's like a scrappy quarterback, you know? Sometimes they take a small lead, they lose the lead, they fight back, but somehow they win the ball time. They have more time of possession. That keeps them in the game. He's able to scramble a little bit, run, and sometimes a play that he's going to get tackled for a loss, he gets out of, and he's got that little pitch that he does thing. You know, you got Travis Kelce, you know, he's there too, able to help out. He seems to run a route where he'll run to a spot, ain't nobody, so it's more uncontested pass catch, you know, helps him out. You know, I actually had it's no longer valid on a parlay I had, but I had him as the MVP. He was paying real good. I think 1,500 to 1, something like that. So who's going to be the MVP? We don't know. You know, every time Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl, he's kind of like the guy. I think one year it was Edelberg or Edelman. I don't know all the players like that, but you know, you can start once a few years pass, you start getting these Super Bowls all confused. But my idea of what's going to happen is I don't see the Kansas City Chiefs dominating. I definitely think it's going to be 7 points or less, real close final, maybe 3 points or less, the winning score. And that's with Kansas City having a great game. Now, the flip side, you know, you got Jalen Hurts, you got that running back who's doing all kinds of stuff. This is his year. He got not traded, but he left Giants. They let him walk, and he went, got paid, and now he's at the Super Bowl. So, you know, this is an eye-opening for some teams, man. If you got a player and you let them walk, look what Derrick Henry did. He left the Titans. They let him walk. Jerry and the Cowboys had a chance, signed on the dotted line. They didn't want to pay him. You're talking about a $11 billion team, and you ain't got the money to pay him peanuts? Come on now. It's your own fault. That would have been interesting. Would they got in the playoffs and stuff? Maybe not, the Cowboys. Sorry, I'm going off topic, but it would have been nice to see him have another running back there to give him a little more play options. We're getting back to today's Super Bowl. Right now we got, what time is it? I can't, my battery's low on my watch. Okay, we got about 3:30 time. I'm here in Texas. You know, I'm on our way to make a delivery in Houston. But I just think that the Kansas City Chiefs, for them to have a chance to win, they got to keep it close. They can be a little behind, a field goal, no more than a touchdown, because Patrick Mahomes can always do a little bit magic with that, maybe a 2-point conversion, get him even closer back. But Kansas City Chiefs cannot miss any field goals, no extra points, and they got to convert under fourth downs and stuff. They got to do best not to put them in those positions. So somehow, I don't know how they're going to do it against the Phillies defense. It's really going to be hard. So this is really going to be a testament to see, is Patrick Mahomes going to be the next Tom Brady? He's doing good, but they throwing all the accolades on him. But one thing I did notice, this was Andy Reid early in the week. There was a report that he is confirming that he's coming back for next year. Now, is he trying to beat Don Shula's record? Eclipse being like one of the top coaches in the league, like Belichick was, or considered. It's just really weird. Usually they talk about that and they try to entice him to get back, to maybe get more money or keep the fans in suspense. He's already saying he's coming back for next year. So are they not going to win the Super Bowl? There's all these little conspiracy stuff, but just saying is you're confirming. Now, would he be losing and coming back next year? That wouldn't feel so good. But if they were to win and come back next year and able to do a 4-peat, that's hands down. Is he better than Brady? I don't want to say that, because Brady ultimately got to 9 Super Bowls. That's a lot. That's a lot. But it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. But I'm not a big Eagles fan, so for all you Eagle fanatics, you got a good team there. They got a lot of, weapons there. You got a good young quarterback that could run around and all that kind of stuff. You got an excellent running back that's going to give the Eagles a lot of options. Now, have we talked about the Phillies defense? They're one of the top defense there, which is really going to be a challenge for Mahomes. And if he gets by this is for all those non-believers in the Chiefs, okay? If he's able to get by them and win, and I don't want him to win sloppy. I mean, a win is a win, but a little bit dominating, or like something like in the fourth quarter, they keep the ball out of the Eagles' hands for a comeback, and the Chiefs are able to score and do all that. Now, it's going to not be on home territory for neither team, so artificial indoors, what's that going to do? The pass is going to be a little more accurate. There's going to be no wind factor, so the kicks should go like they need to be going. So the weather is not going to have a factor. That's a big thing. So there's going to be less excuses for the loser and a clearer winner, with that said, So there's got my little Pilot soda. There's going to be a few more hours to go. I don't know what time the Super Bowl is going to be started. Usually it's an afternoon game like that. I'm going to have to double check. I don't want to miss part of it. I have an app, so I'll be able to hear the game and whatnot. I'm going to try to drive, so I'm not going to stop. But I'm definitely want to check it out. If these Chiefs, it'll be nice to see that. Don't get me wrong, man. I used to work in Kansas, so I had to deal with all the Kansas City fans in the office. I was too. It was nice to see the young kid 1-2. When he lost one, that did a lot for him as well, because it's easy for somebody to win, but when they lose, how they handle it. Do they go back? And he was able to go back, and he's been there. They already won three of the last 4, and they're going for 3 in a row, or 3 of the last 5, something like that. And it's going to be something. But I saw an interview with Mahomes the other day, and he didn't look good. He was actually a stand-up guy backing Jalen Hurts. Why he's getting all that criticism, blah, 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 blah. Man, his eyes looked groggy. He looked tired. He looked like he was smoking a peace pipe a little bit, So I hope he got rest. He's refreshed. He's in there. Andy Reid is Andy Reid, man. You can't knock. Don't judge a book by his cover, man. You got to judge him by his record. He took the Eagles up there, so to imagine the Eagles could be standing in the way of the Kansas City Chiefs achieving a historic, monumental three-peat, or vice versa. Andy Reid, who the Eagles let him go. I forget what actually was the situation there, but him standing in the way of the Eagles winning, that could be something there too. So we'll see. But only time is going to tell. I'm doing this early, so these are my predictions. I could see the Eagles winning if they have a dominating game and they blow out the Chiefs, maybe a double-digit lead, and to me that's considered a blowout. They got a lot to win, a lot at stake. They want to dethrone the Chiefs, the two-time-in-a-row champion. So there's a lot for both sides. I just want it to be a close game. You know what normally happens? Sometimes the game falls in the hands of the referees. I don't want to see that type of situation. Just want it to be where it needs to be. I'd love to see both quarterbacks get the ball in their hands within the last 5-10 minutes, and with a close game. So then there's no hey, he didn't get a chance, he didn't this, that. So it'd be clear cut. But again, it would be nice to see Patrick Mahomes finish this dynasty, and that's it. He could go in the sunset. Is he going to retire? I don't think so. Andy Reid, he already pitched the idea. He's coming back, so that ain't happening. Because you never want to see anybody going out on a losing streak. Kind of like what happened to Belichick. But I think he's coming back. Did another team pick him up, or college or something? So nice to see him finish it. But he always just seemed, talking about Bill Belichick, disgruntled. He didn't want to give credit when it was due. But one of the Super Bowls that they did lose was a Super Bowl in Indiana, and it was against the Giants. And they let a player go earlier that same day, and they were going to the Super Bowl. See that? Stuff like that, Mr. Belichick, comes back to bite you in the ass. You got a player that somehow helped you throughout the year to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying he was the main reason, but that little dark cloud, that's called karma. Get it? Karma came back to get you, man. You let that guy go. He probably had family there, had tickets, making all kinds of plans, and whatever happened, you shouldn't have had that conversation. And you addressed it, and literally you fired and let that guy go. That was not good, man. That was the beginning of the end. You hear me? The beginning of the end. So look where it got you, man. You lost a prize quarterback in Brady. He left and found success, and you turn your back quickly on him. So that's not cool. But anyway, Kansas City Chiefs, let's go. Let's make it a close game. 3 points under win, and it happened. I ain't got no money on the game, but let's see what happens. God bless. Keep it between the lines. Be safe. And on Super Bowl Sunday, please have a DOT-free day. Love you. Wow.